Hi, hello, what's up? It's Gokuma. Welcome to the channel, and tonight gonna be playing some more of Skyward Sword. I need to get back into the habit of like recapping, what happened last time I played. Um, but before that, um, let's get to some news. So as you may or may not know, because you don't watch the channel at all. I'm really big into fighting games. I've been a huge fan of fighting games, um, as far back as like practically from the get go with Street Fighter Two. Um, we've had like games that could be considered fighting games, but not in the sense that we know them now because of games like Street Fighter Two. And with Street Fighter 2, I saw that game in the arcade, played it for, I don't know, like whatever reason that like attracted me to playing this game, and I've been hooked ever since. Yeah, and it's not just Street Fighter that I've followed and I played. If it's a fighting game, I probably played it, or at least played a a game or so of the franchise. Yeah. From 2D games to 3D fighters and even the platform fighters. Not that there's too many that I've played, but I played a few, or at least a couple that aren't named Smash. Um, and aside from just being a huge fan of just the games themselves. I've never been great at these games like on a competitive level or anything. Um, but I can have lots of fun playing the game, whether it's just on my own playing, or I'm playing with a group of friends, or with complete complete strangers. Like we had to do back in the arcade days. And that's where I really grew up, like playing fighting games is in the arcades. Unfortunately, I've never really got to play many people like at a high level in the arcades. I wish I did. Um, because I think like that would have pushed me to the next level, because back then, like every time like I found a new ceiling to reach, it was all about like, okay, now trying to get there, you know and every time I saw like something new in a fighting game that I've been playing, things that I didn't know you can do before. Now I'm working on that shit because I want to get at that level. But as I got older, I still played fighting games, um, but like the arcade days were dead. And even though online was becoming a thing, and I did dabble in that a little bit, it really wasn't enough to like to push me to play these games some more. Um but I still enjoyed like any new release and just playing it amongst myself or friends or something. Um but that's okay, because with that eventually came esports, in particular with fighting games, of course. Um, I didn't really get to enter like too many tournaments. Like there were a few tournaments that were run back in the day. But like not too much. Like it wasn't like a common ground. It wasn't like a thing that people like always did. It's just people just ran tournaments for fun, and that was it. And that's how it started everywhere. But you have people who took it to the next level, and that's how we wound up with something like Evo. Evo, for people who may or may not know, is pretty much the now the biggest, and for a long time, like for a very long time, the biggest series of fighting game tournaments like in the fucking world. Like nothing is bigger than Evo. I'm a little fuzzy with the years, but I believe Evo started around very early 2000s. Originally, that wasn't even its original name. Its original name was Battle by the Bay or something. I did a whole project about this at when I was at university. Um, but anyways, but like a year or so later, it eventually just became Evo, and it was something that was, um, I believe it was originally held in California, like Southern California, and then eventually they moved it to Vegas, and it was something that started out like very very small and very modest. I think it originally started like in an arcade, and then eventually like in a small like I don't know, conference room or something. Um, before it ended up blowing up into like fucking whole ass convention centers and shit. But it took a long time to get there. It wasn't a quick ride, but um, it still grew like I think fairly quickly. Especially like in I think the last 15 years is when it really grew like exponentially. And I guess I'll get to that in a moment, but or maybe now. Um so with Evo, um I actually got wind of Evo like within the first few years that Evo was a thing. Um because this was before YouTube. So you can go and just watch Evo matches on YouTube. If you wanted to see matches or videos or clips or whatever, like you actually had to scour the internet. You had to go to like message boards or some shit where people were like were posting videos and stuff to find and to watch. There was no YouTube or anything. And I would find like, really cool like fights or combo vids from different games, from Street Fighter, Marvel's Capcom 2, Guilty Gear, King of Fighters. There's some really cool stuff. And like people would make like really cool, um, you know, music videos with, out of their combo movies and stuff. Hey, good morning, Lincoln Zelda nerd. How are you doing? I'm about to get started on playing Skyward Sword, but I was discussing Evo. Uh the there's been some news in that, but I don't know how familiar you are with Evo or fighting game tournaments and everything. So um yeah, so far so good with the game. Like I'm only uh like a little over a couple hours into the game, but so far I do feel like it's had a good start. Like I kind of liked the beginning of the game. um you know uh them establishing this relationship with Link and Zelda and whatnot, and kind of like setting up for the game essentially. So far so good. I I like it. I think the only thing I'm not too crazy about is the controls. I never played the game on the Wii. So this is like my first time playing it, and of course, obviously, I'm playing it off of the Switch, Switch 2. And I'm not using motion controls. I'm using full buttons. So I'm not like too crazy about the controls. But other than that, it's fine. Like, like I said, like so far so good. I like how I really like how the game started, and I like how the game looks and everything. So yeah. But anyways, using a pro controller is better than motion controls. Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, I think if I had to actually sit there and use motion controls, I would go I don't know, I would go insane. Cuz not that motion controls are bad. And there was a good few Wii games that I played that really utilized the motion control. But the difference between those games and with Zelda is that a lot of those games are much shorter than than the Zelda. They're much more straightforward games, stuff like that. Whereas Zelda Skyward Sword is still a fucking Zelda game. It's a full on Zelda game like you would expect of a Zelda, but with motion controls. And to me, like, okay, that's a bit much. The Zelda games can be pretty long. And, I don't know how long this game is in particular, but let's say if it's like, I don't know, 30 or so hours long, like, okay, you're going to play like 30 so hours long, like, constantly fucking motion controlling. And that's a bit much, to do that while playing something as deep as a Zelda game, whereas other Wii games weren't that deep. And like I said, like they were pretty like straightforward and how they played. So because this game is basically Zelda but with motion controls. That's what it is. So anyways, yeah, so really quick um about Evo, like I was kind of explaining my history with Evo. How like I was watching Evo stuff like way before like there was even like a YouTube. And even when there was YouTube, it's not like there, a lot of the stuff was uploaded into it or anything. And I was even like getting DVDs of Evo. I think there were like if you wanted like the whole thing for like that year, it was like $200 or something. And I think I did that for like the first like couple years or so. And that and yeah, like that's how like I really like got into it. And then slowly over the years, like it started, like it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually with stuff like YouTube, you can catch more like like Evo stuff. But I think where Evo really started getting big was once like we started having streaming. Like once we started having live streaming, once like Twitch became like a thing, and was growing. And now you can watch fucking hours and hours of Evo. You can watch like fucking all 3 days of Evo all day, every day, multiple games. And yeah, and also with that came, like other tournaments getting, getting the spotlight as well, and recognition, and those tournaments streaming and stuff. And this was a big deal because you only had Evo like once a year. And now you have other tournaments going on. Um, so so basically, fast forward to now, and Evo has just blown up so much that, aside from having Evo like Vegas, we now have Evo. We've for the last several years we've had Evo Japan, and then this year they just added Evo France, um, or Evo Europe really. But I guess Evo Europe they'll like they'll change like locations. So like this year was France, next year will be somewhere else in Europe. So I guess like it won't always be in France. And now and at this point like Evo is, no longer ran or owned by, the people who started this, um and whatnot. Now it's, I think for the most part it's practically owned by like Saudi Arabia. um and whether it's Saudi Arabia or whether it's like another like big company, things change. So there was an announcement just a couple days ago or so where Evo will have as much as like I don't know, like 10 or 11 Evos like a year. Which is like insane. You know, each one being at completely different parts of the world, such as, we're gonna have Evo Brazil, Evo Singapore, Evo Morocco, Evo China, and whatever other ones that I'm fucking Evo Mexico, and yeah, like whatever other ones that like I can't fucking think of. And it's insane. Like I was thinking like, okay, like this year we have three, probably next year or so we'll have four. And no, shit fucking escalated. Like all of a sudden now we're at like fucking like 9, 10, or 11 or something like a year. It's insane, but also a little scary. A lot of people, I think, yes, they view this as like as a positive, because now it's like we have a bunch of Evos. Basically we're practically gonna have an Evo like one every month. And to be completely honest, like I don't think I could watch that much Evo. I love Evo and everything, but I don't think I can watch that much Evo. Like it was cool when it happened, like once a year, and then it's like, okay, now you throw in Japan, that was cool, and it's like, okay, guess I'll watch Evo France too. But to have a fucking Evo every goddamn fucking month is insane, because each fighting game tournament, if you just watch like the top eight, which is what I do now because I do not have time to watch, like pools and then watch top 64, 32, whatever. Um, even if you just watch the top eight, like each tournament is like anywhere from like an hour and a half to like 2 hours, even 2 hours and a half. Um, and there's, I don't know, there's like 10 or 12 games as well. It's like I can't. I literally like Like just fucking can't. Um, but anyways, still, people will see this as a positive, and why not? Like you have more evos. You have um more locations, more chances to win an evo tournament and all that. And um which again is like it's cool and everything, and it gives an opportunity to a lot of people, and also gives a lot of opportunity for those people to win much more money. But there is another huge problem to this, something that I kind of realized just as the news is coming out and everything, is that now for what's going to happen with the other tournaments that's been going on for all these years, and there's been quite a few of them that we have, not just in US, but like around the world as well. And this is definitely going to affect those tournaments, because if you're always going to have an evo around the corner, and these people are going to travel, dude, they're going to travel for that evo. They're not going to travel for like some other tournament. So I was kind of comparing the situation, that for anyone who is familiar with wrestling, who's familiar with the history of wrestling, and WWE and all that. Think of Evo now as WWE. Before WWE, then called WWF, was, you know, like as big as they were, we had the uh we had territorial wrestling, the territories, where each section of the United States had their big territorial wrestling company. And you can kind of compare that to the way fighting game tournaments are, where it's like we have a bunch of territorial like fighting game tournaments that happen. But then here comes WWF, and they're the first big wrestling company to like hit it really big at like a fucking national level. And then around that same time, we also had WCW, we also had like ECW, but fast forward, you know, all these years later, and and all that we have is is as far as like wrestling goes, is like WWF, I mean WWE, and we have like, yeah, we have other companies like AEW and stuff, but like that's it, like at a national level, and then we have like the independents, and other national companies like WCW, ECW, the territories, like when WWF like hit it big, like it slowly killed off like the territories. And that's exactly what I imagine is going to happen with the fighting game scene. Evo is now like WWE. They're the biggest wrestling, just like how WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world. Evo is already like, and has been, but now it's going to be a much bigger presence around the world. Like it's now it's the biggest fighting game entity, like fighting game tournament in the world. And it's gonna take over everything. And now all these little tournaments, now, or not little tournaments, but now all these other tournaments are now going to be more like independent, and it's going to be more for people who are now like they can't go to Evo, or they can't compete at Evo. So they're going to do this and try to like, build themselves through these other tournaments, and they're going to be viewed more as like now the independent. um so yeah, it's that's my that's my prediction on what's going to end up happening. um when Evo got bought out by, a Saudi Arabian company or whatever, and with plans to like blow this shit up, um it was like, okay, well, I guess it was a nice ride for Evo, but fortunately, we have a lot of other tournaments. My next favorite tournament is CEO. That happens at Florida every year. And um but now, tournaments like that, like maybe because CEO is so huge, like maybe they won't be affected, but I think like other tournaments definitely will. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, of course. But I don't see like, just any other path than the one that I said. And I think a lot of people are going to be, or not are going to be, like they currently are, very ignorant to this type of possibility, or to any type of negative possibility that could affect the fighting game scene. So it's just it's I couldn't imagine me 20 years ago, watching tournaments and matches from little old Evo, something that was played in like, little conference rooms, haphazardly organized and everything. Um, and then now coming to this, you know, it's it's pretty crazy. Um, in a way, like it also, I don't know, there's something very bittersweet about this, because, of course you always wanted Evo to, to be huge, to continue to grow. And then this happens, you're like, whoa, like that, this is not what this is not what we asked for. um but the way everything's been going, like it's kind of just, I guess, been inevitable. And yeah, I think as far as fighting games goes, like maybe everything we'll have left is just Evo, and that's it. Like you're gonna watch a fighting game series of fighting game tournaments, like guess it's just gonna be Evo, and who knows what's gonna happen with everyone else. But anyways, that's the news on that. That's how I feel. I'm a huge fan of fighting games, and have been since Street Fighter 2. And this is, I've been watching Evo like every year religiously. um so this is something that's like really a really important matter for me. But anyways, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start playing some Skyward Sword. First, I got some messages that came through while I was talking, so I'm gonna go handle that really quick, and then start playing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start loading this while I'm still just. Oh, that was fast. Forgot it was just asleep. Like whatever. Listen to some Zelda music in the meantime. All right. There's one other thing that I gotta do. All right. Let's go ahead and we get comfortable. Oh. All right. So, what am I supposed to? Oh yeah. I think there was like I don't know, a shop that I wanted to try to find here. Maybe there wasn't. Oh yeah, I think it was around here. Like I was trying to find like this dude's place, but or maybe I'll just say fuck it and just start playing. I mean, obviously it sounds like I'll be able to come back here. Like it'd be pretty crazy like if I couldn't. I thought maybe there was something here. I guess not. I think I've been in there before. Wait, okay, maybe this is the place. Oh yeah, it is the place. Never mind. I think I've been here before. Maybe I didn't realize that at the time. Oh yeah, I have been here before. Alright, so never mind. Alright. Controls are very weird to me because, like, It's very it's still very reminiscent of like this time period of games, because around when the Wii came out, well, when the Wii came out, there was a PS3 and 360, but it's not like they're only like a few years removed from the fucking PS2 era and GameCube era and shit. So, like part of the control, especially with controlling the camera and stuff, like feels a little reminiscent to those days. All right, so how do I get to this green light? Is this something that I'm just supposed to fly to? I guess so. Can I just jump off of here, or is it like certain places I can only... Oh. Okay, I guess... Alright, so I guess I can't just jump from wherever. Like, I thought I could. I thought I could just jump from wherever. And apparently, no. That's a lie. So anyways, alright. Oh, okay, I think I have to do a running... Nope. Okay. I can do a running jump. Oh. What? How do I fucking get it? Like nothing came up. Where do you go? I don't see him anywhere. Okay. I don't know. Well, fuck it. So how the fuck am I supposed to come back up? Like, my bird didn't go with me. And this motherfucker's just falling. What if I didn't? Like, what if I did press, like, what would have happened? And I want to be the motherfucker to find out. Can I not kill it? I don't know. Motherfucker. Damn. They got a lot. Oh shit. Okay. That can tell me something useful, like how to beat those enemies. Like, when the Sura's Wrath is that shit? Okay, that does not help. Oh, I just ran back to the beginning. Like nothing here. Why is there nothing here at all? Why is this a thing? Alright, so I guess the only way to go is down. I know I can just jump down, but I don't want to. But yeah, here I am playing Legend of Zelda. Pretty soon everyone's going to be playing Resident Evil 9. I still haven't played anything beyond Resident Evil 6. I mean, I did play Resident Evil 2 Remake. But I haven't played 3 Remake or 4 Remake. I'm like so many goddamn Resident Evils behind. But, you know, what you gonna do? Keep finding these holes, like... Wait, what? Oh no, it's... You didn't tell me to put shit away. Oh, is this something here? No, that's nothing. I mean, I really need that. There was no point to me fucking doing this. Can I go up higher or anything? No. Hold on, got a message. Alright, so I gotta make sure I'm out and ready to go to work by 7:50 tomorrow. Nope, nothing up here either. Is Link still voiced by, like, the same person that's been voicing him, like, forever? Like, you know, same voice actor as Siegfried from the Soul Calibur games? I keep cutting grass because, like, maybe I'll find money, but so far I have not. Hmm. The music is slowly dying down, and I'm hearing like ominous sounds. Ominous sounds from an ominous thing. Right, do I do it? Do I go up close and do it? Do am I supposed to hit it? I guess so. Oh, okay, so that's what those little holes were. Dowsing. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. Oops, wrong button. No, okay, I see. Okay, should I just be, like, moving towards that location? Yeah, it must be something to do with this then, right? Okay, cool, I guess. I was like, if I smash these pots, will I get anything? No. No, fuck you, game. How dare you not reward me for breaking shit. Alright, let's see what's up with this. Can I just place it anywhere? Should I just, I don't know, place it here? Oh, I gotta do it over X, okay. So I have to like put it completely over it? What the fuck? It's in this room. Nothing for now. A table. Or no, my bad, it's a chair. Link is just sitting there thinking. All right. Hold on, I got a message to answer. Sure. Nope, they mean, oh, okay, it's saved. Alright, hold on real quick. Alright. So then I guess I can use these statues to go back to the sky. Well, alright. Oh. Too bad I don't have that amiibo, and I'll probably never get that amiibo. Because I don't think it's possible to find. Because I think with amiibos, I think Nintendo just stops making them, like, after a while. What is the significance of this? Of just why is there a fucking Oh, maybe this is for the amiibo. Maybe she was talking about. I don't know. Safe spots are fucking everywhere in this game. Just fine. Nothing wrong with that. Oh my god. You bitch. Oh. Okay, guess I'm supposed to get this fucker. Am I supposed to hit him with my sword? Or I guess I just hit the mushroom? Hmm. Before I go there, let me trick some over here. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, by the way. Like, I feel pretty directionless. Oh, that just brought me back to the beginning. Alright. So, at the very least, like, I'll probably play for, like, another, like, half hour, I think? Like, half hour-ish. And do my usual getting ready for bed and all that. Well, that killed your ass. Can you swim in this game? Oh, there's something there. How do I get up there? Okay, this sucks. Like, trying to fucking aim and shit. How do I use my shield again? I don't know, I can't hurt him. Oh my god. Why is there so many enemies like I can't fucking hurt? Oh, did not mean to do that. Alright, that just made me come down here. Okay. Thank you for giving me the news on that. Alright, is there like a rock that I could pick up? Why is there just random stuff for... Son of a bitch, I'm gonna die. Bitch! Why didn't you fucking tell me that before? Oh, there you go, I killed it. Oh, son of a bitch. I couldn't tell how close I was to it. I'm doing horrible in this game. Motherfucker. Fucking camera. Luckily, I saved when I did. And I didn't bother, like, using health or anything. Alright, so those he can't target. Like, I'm trying to target them, but nothing comes up. Wait, okay, it did, but then it disappears. Alright. I did not mean to hit that, but yeah, no, I don't know what else to do. All right, does it mean it's somewhere up here or not? I don't know if I was supposed to go down here. Oh, here we go. Yes, I was. These things are fucking everywhere. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, the fuck? Okay, he can't swim. Can he dive? For the moment, no. Motherfucker. It's up there somewhere. I don't know what to do from here. There has to be a way to go from, like, the other side. I think. Or there isn't. There was. God damn it. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I really don't know where to go from here. Wait, maybe I found something. What's these? Oh, that does me no good. Yeah, that would have been helpful a bit ago before I died. Oh, now I gotta fucking balance and shit. Motherfucker. Alright, so I'm gonna try to find this last fucker, and then I'm probably gonna stop for the night so I could go to bed. He has a bandana on, so that means he's important. Oh shit. Oh. So, is there nothing up there? Yeah, it's just giving me the option to swing. Motherfucker. Shit. Fucking controls. I was starting to go straight and then he shifted over. Is there no other like easy way like up here? Is this the only way? It's the only way. Okay, so I gotta go there next. Oh, slingshot. wonder. Because there's just a random ass box here. That means nothing. Oops, did not mean to do that. Meant to hit this. Who the fuck is you? You just fucking blocked it. There we go. And I don't even know if I picked... There was a skull that dropped, but I don't know if I picked it up. Oh, shit. Okay, they scattered. Oh, I did pick up the skull. Okay. I wasn't sure if I did or not. Alright, so next time I can save, I'm definitely stopping. I just wanted to get at least like a little bit further and to the next area. Yeah, I can talk to him from here. I want to fucking kill you. You motherfucker. Alright, well, how do I get up there? I probably have to go, like, all the way around or some shit. Alright, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? Oh, okay, he's crawling over to me. Killed that beetle for like no reason. All right. Well, that's a mystery for tomorrow. Well, probably not tomorrow. Probably Saturday. But all right. So now I'm like a few hours into the game. Not too much. Like I still haven't really like accomplished anything. Like I'm almost 5 hours into the game, and yeah, I haven't done shit. Um, but so far I did get past like the intro of the game. That's right. Shit, I forgot to recap what I did last in this game, but whatever. Um, but yeah, got through like the intro of the game where we meet Link and Zelda and establish there's a relationship between them. Not relationship, but like there's like a friendship at least there. Um, establish the world that they come from and all that, and now that the setup is finished, now Link can be Link and do the typical Link shit, which is now having to find and save Zelda. So but yeah, I mean, so far I'm liking the game. I'm just not crazy about the controls or anything, but other than that, like, game is fine. Like I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so next time I sign on, it won't be tomorrow because I'll be busy tomorrow. Like tomorrow night. But Saturday and Sunday, I believe I do not have any plans. So, as long as I don't go crazy, like, I don't know, like spending all day like working out and doing kickboxing and whatever the fuck, um, or taking care of stuff like, in my life or around the apartment, I should be able to sign on, um, no problem, and play for a few hours. Like I'm hoping to sign on at a decent time and play for like several hours, so I can get much more, much more into the game and get more done. So, but yeah, like I don't really have any plans. I think until like Tuesday, but that could easily change. Easily, like people could call me up and be like, "Hey, we're gonna do this thing. Are you down?" And it's like, okay, sure, I guess. But for right now, like I don't have any plans. I kind of hope honestly, I hope it keeps that way because I have too many plans usually. Usually, I do not have like a whole free weekend. It's already one thing that's like, okay, I'm busy on Friday night, but other than that, like, yeah, it's very rare that I have like a whole weekend just to myself. But I'm sure like someone's gonna like just come and fuck that up. But if not, I am hoping to sign on for the weekend and try to get like a lot further into this game before next week. So anyways, all right. So that'll be it for me for tonight. Hopefully I'll be back on Saturday. and hope to see you next time. All right. Have a good night or day, whatever, and take care.